Yokozo Minasan. Another day of Horizon. Skipped yesterday playing Star Wars. It's good. Issues with some of the movement, but that's neither here nor there. Xbox failing hardcore parkour. Deals getting blocked. All kinds of craziness going on. But may not be talking about that much. I'm gonna hop in the chat with the homies, and I'm sure they will be yip yapping and jaw jacking. So I'm gonna try to spend the day doing open world stuff. I know we're right at the point to do one of the sub functions, but there's a lot to explore and I want to take a look around. And plus it'll give me a chance to play without having to talk much. So just vibe out, follow along if you wish, but it's an open world day. And off we go. Ooh, look at that, perfectly timed. Oh, hello, friends.
Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it?
Oh, yeah. Printed fish. Because real ones don't exist anymore. Man, we might have to go to printed meats just because of population. But it'd be cool if we could like terraform a whole planet into being like our ocean planet. And that's where we farmed, and studied and kept all our fish, our wild fish. Like a ocean vacation spot plus. Oh, good morning. Oh, I can. I can now. Awesome.
Taking you with me.
Yep, you were 21 hours according to the time.
There. Got the data.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like a beach vacation spot plus aquatic farming slash testing slash learning place. Like kids would go there for field trips to learn about sea life. And then there'd be like marine biology colleges all over the place. That'd be cool. Hmm. There we are.
Diving in.
Holy craps. Avatar ridiculous. Like what people digitally and then showing them off in real life somehow. So they're gambling while like some kind of like digital display of their avatar. Interesting. Morphing into Fat Elvis. Why would you ever want to do that?
Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. I'll keep some extra on hand. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd. This must be where the herd left from. I better follow the tracks in the other direction.
Wonder if there'll be like legit sandstorms out here. This is kind of getting there, but Battlefield is totally fucking changed what I thought a sandstorm should look like. Oh, nice when they can't just fucking run away super fast. Sorry, I'll lose you.
Sandstorm's blowing in. Just what I need.
Oh, this is pretty legit. It's not as whipped up, but yeah, this is changes the whole context of the vibe out here. It was
There's
bright.
the herd. I should have the parts I need.
Kill the machine, all of them?
Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great.
Wow, what's up? Let's get rid of it over there. Purge water arrows are going to be necessary soon. Compressed air capsule.
Fire won't do much.
Trying to get one of them to walk over here. Gosh, you guys are cute.
Just a blade of grass. Very red. More machines? I better deal with them first.
Mother fuck. What's up, man?
What's going on? Pass out on the couch, Neuron, or what? No, it's the name of the room. Chilling on the couch, you know? I guess you passed out on the couch. Yeah. 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 I'm sure the weather is awesome over there, huh, Bryce?
Hmm.
Is it nice and fucking toasty as it is over here?
Mm-hmm.
I walked outside and I was like, it's kind of cool. And then like 10 minutes later, fuck.
Yeah. Not.
More
Not kind
machines?
of.
I'll deal with them first.
It's cool in its own way, but the sun is still, it's still there. So, it's pretty. My kitty. Man. So, I went to see the doctor yesterday.
Oh, she was on to me.
Fucking follow up, you know, because he was looking at my x-rays. He pretty much said I can go back to full-time duty. I was like, alright. But then he also mentioned some stuff. He said, but, and the x-ray did show a couple of other things that I might feel could be a possibility it led towards your injury. And I was like, okay. And he says, well, there's degenerative degenerative disease. And I'm like, in my spine? He said, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I've been overweight pretty much my entire life. And he was like, yeah. And like, you can tell it was a touchy subject for him. Like, he didn't know how to approach me with it. So, but I told him, yeah. I said, no, sir, I've been overweight pretty much my whole life. So, well, yeah. So, but you know how people are nowadays, man. You know, he probably came across somebody and be like, how dare you call me fucking fat, you bitch. You know, like, it's all it takes. So, you know, but, like, if you're fat, guy. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So. Well, no, so he didn't. No, well, I mean, like, the way I see it, I mean, you need to know you're fat. Like, that's the most offensive term I feel like is the best out there. I feel like it is the best offensive term to get someone to understand what is going on in their lives. So, if there's anything offensive that could be used, if you see it as offensive, is if you tell someone, I'm sorry to tell you this, sir, but you're fat. Excuse me? Yes. According to medical field, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, he goes, someone who's over this weight is considered fat or obese. So, I feel like that's definitely one of the better words to use. That's why I'm telling you, man, cancel culture. Bleh. Destroyed everything. Destroys everything. So, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so I talked to him. Huh? Let's go? No, don't do that. So, I talked to the doctor, and he pretty much, you know, he decided saw everything was good, and, you know, just, like, I did ask him, though, when he asked that, and I'm like, is it bad? Like, Like, have you seen worse? And he said, oh yeah, I've seen worse. So, and I'm like, with the degenerative, and he goes, oh yes, much worse. And he goes, with your situation, if you start, he goes, you did already start losing weight like a couple years ago, right? I was like, wow, one conversation, that fucking dude already remembered that. So I wasn't expecting him to remember that, you know, he has a lot of patience and shit, so. But yeah, I said, yeah, actually like 3 years ago, I said I took this past year off, so, and I'm trying to get back into it, and he goes, oh well, you know, it's important. You can lose the extra bit of weight, and I was like, he goes, the disease, or, you know, your degenerative disease will slowly, you know, it won't be as bad. You won't have pressure on the spine the older you get, da-da-da-da. And I was like, I see. He was like, yeah, so try and take care of that. And I was like, absolutely. So, but he pretty much told me that I could go back. But I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm assuming that he's going to send his paperwork. Work comp peoples are going to get it. And I'm eventually either going to get something in the mail or a text message or something from the next time they make a schedule. I will be put in that schedule and go back to work. So, but, or I might get a letter in the mail or something stating along the lines of legal issues, like, oh, we can no longer employ you because you sued us and da-da-da-da. So I don't fucking know. So, but I'm hoping that after yesterday, I should be working within the next week or two. So he said no physical therapy, no anything. But he said that there were the notes that he wanted to add with my spine to put in. So because that could have been an issue because nerves are connected to muscles like that and da-da-da-da. He says if it really debilitated you like that in one day and the next day you were fine, then it could be a bit more than just your muscles. And I was like, I see. So, and he was like, so it's a note to put in for future work comp situations. And I was like, all right. So he pretty much not only covered my back, but it's connected to my spine, at least according to his opinion. So if something were to happen to me while I'm at work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty much it, man. So other than that, still pretty depressed. Life sucks. And yeah, I'm here. So not much else to report. So, but yeah. I've already lost a couple pounds. So I stopped drinking soda. So been drinking tea and juices. Started making smoothies again. So I've already lost a couple pounds just from not drinking soda. So we'll see what happens within the next month once I get away from other stuff. So, which sucks.
Yeah, it's hard.
So, yeah, it is. So like last night, Amber doesn't even know, but like I threw away all of the candy bars that she had inside the fridge.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't need all that. She didn't even get it like for us, right? It wasn't even for us. She did it for work. Like that's how much she was involved in work. So they do this like, they try to get people to sell. You know, they try to get the CSRs to sell chocolates or to sell something specific. You know. So, and apparently they have to have a certain quota by the end of the day. So, and Amber would purposely buy like 2 or 3 before the end of her shift or something. And I was like, why are you helping that place like that? Like, so, yeah, pretty much just grabbed them all, threw them out. So, no reason to have them, but chime in. Earlier I had a fucking sugar like impulse, you know, like want something sweet, and I looked at all the stuff we had in the house. Just didn't want it, man. I looked at the apple and I'm like, I know what that tastes like, and I don't want that right now. I looked at the orange, I don't want that right now. And then I went into the fucking fridge and I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, I want something cold, and I usually have these little applesauce packets. It's like a good way to kind of get your sugar craving without actually like, you know, cheating so much. So they're called these little go-go squeezes, and it's just applesauce. That's all it is, and it's mixed with like other stuff. Like one is like with strawberries, one's with bananas, you know. So they're all a little different. And yeah, I had one, and I was like, nope, That's not doing it. So I caved in, went over to the store, or not to the store, but to the Super Burger, and I bought me a small milkshake. So everything inside me said, just go large, fool, it's good. Nah, fuck you. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Large. What's wrong with you? I was arguing with myself, man. That's definitely the other side trying to come back, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's
The portions.
Yeah.
You see that dollar difference and you feel like you're screwing yourself economically?
25 cents, 30 cents for extra, like, yeah, for like you paid extra 40 cents for a large, man. You're like, yeah, but that's a lot. Like, not the money, but there's still a lot in there. Like,
yeah, it's so many extra calories. Like, you can get that taste and move on without all that.
So, but yeah, so that's. Oh, they're huge.
Yeah.
Fucking huge, dude. Yeah, they basically, how did they do it? The way that I figured it, they added the, you know how like McDonald's used to have like the bigger size, you know? Super size, yeah, super size me, yeah. So what I think they did is they got rid of the small, and they made it the medium. They made the large into the medium, and made the super size into the large. And that's pretty much all they did. So, but they still call it small, medium, and large. So, because if you look at some of the cups, it's just, yeah. That's probably where the smalls went, yeah, kids' meals.
The kneecap. Good.
So.
Well, no, I mean, the large cup is 44 ounces, where the super size used to be 64. Like, you don't see too many, there are numbers on it. You don't see too many 64-ounce cups anywhere anymore.
Yeah, you'd have to go 64 ounce. You'd have to definitely go to, like, gas stations. Like, that's...
Yeah, if that. If that.
Yeah, something like that. So, but even then, yeah, most of the time you wouldn't even be able to find a 64 unless, like, you bought it. Like, they would have, like, a complimentary cup, like, hey, 7-Eleven, 64 ounce, you know what I mean? Like, Circle K, the one that we have here in town, they do that. So they have, like, a 64 ounce big old plastic cup. And come in, fucking $1.10 refill. Fuck.
It's eating at its armor.
Yeah. Since you brought up theaters, just saw Evil Dead Rise the other day, last week. So, as an Evil Dead fan, I was not disappointed. Okay, but as a horror movie fan, a little. I kind of felt like they could have gone a bit more. I understood why. It wasn't too bad like that, to be honest. But, the practical effects, yeah. Well, if you didn't have good people, you know what I mean? Like,
should help.
It's more of like that one. Personally, is more of like a drama thriller. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. I mean, overall, it was good. So, yeah. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. Okay. Like I said, as an Evil Dead fan, like I enjoyed it. Like I understood where they were going with it, you know, and what they were trying to do. I don't want to waste. I don't want to, you know, mess anything up because I think it's a pretty good movie for what they're trying to do. It leaves it open for another movie. That's for damn sure. For like more. So from the way that it spoke on it. Yeah, it definitely. I mean, I think it was good with the way that they did it. There's a slight spin on the story. I don't want to say it. Like I said, have you seen the other Evil Dead movies, right?
Now to see about that
the original ones. Yeah, so you haven't seen that newer one though, right? The one where they went to the cavity. Yeah, that's the one you haven't seen.
Okay, that takes care of the machine parts. Just gotta grab the compressed air capsule from Moreland's diving bubble.
I've seen them all. Yeah, I haven't seen the last half of this last season, so it's different. Yeah, it's different. So it's still connected. It still has some canonity, I guess you suppose, in the situation. But yeah, I mean, even like with this one, so the movie, the other movie with the chick, so like she went there because she was like a drug addict or whatever, and then obviously like some shit went down. So, but this one had to do. You've seen the trailers, right? No, you haven't seen the trailers? Oh wow. Yeah,
here we go.
Basically, it has to do with like inner city. So like in the city, and it has to do with a family that happens to be in this apartment complex, and like they're the last families that are there. So, you know, it's like in a ghetto kind of place, you know. But well, I mean, I can't say too much. So, yeah, there's bits and pieces of reason why, yeah, that they're there and why, you know, like I don't want to say too much, but yeah. So they're one of the last families there, and, you know, some ish goes down. And,
It's falling.
It's because of where the location is. You'll see what I mean when, if you were to watch a trailer, you can actually see like where the location is, and it actually shows where the building is in correspondence to the city. So, and I mean, and if you take into consideration what Evil Dead is, like, those creatures can control whatever the fuck they want a lot of the time. So, you know, yeah, they're demons. Yes. So they're basically like very bad creatures, and that's all they want to do is cause havoc. Like, they do not care about nobody. They don't care about your feelings. They just want to kill you and torture you as the best way they can and move on. So that's all they do. So, oh, I changed my notifications on my phone for a couple of stuff. So my news break, so whenever I get news, it's Negan whistling from Walking Dead. So, and it's fucking funny, dude. Like, I'll be in the fucking kitchen and I'll hear, and it sounds like it's coming from the other room. It's so fucking weird, the way that it sounds. So, and the other one, my siblings, so I changed it to the, have you seen Back to the Future? Okay. I don't know if Omni has. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think Omni has.
No, I haven't.
Dude, I would love for you to watch that movie with me, man. That'd be cool. I have all of them. So we could totally sit down and watch them, dude.
I'm not an 80s kid, man.
Nah, he's not, man. His upbringing was very much different.
I wasn't allowed to watch TV for a long
What
time.
TV, Neuron?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I've never seen the original 3.
Today. And then all of a sudden he's there. What the fuck? Wait, huh? You're in the chat. What's happening here? Believe me, these blow-ups have happened. It does not affect Omni in the slightest. You should not affect what he wants to watch ever. So, believe me, I have brought up many a movies, many a things, and Omni's like, nah.
Do I need to watch them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think personally, I think, yeah. Honestly, that's one of the reasons. To be honest, is so you can feel more connected to me. To be in all honesty. So, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie. So overall, so it was one of the movies that literally changed cinema. So like, changed how movies were presented to people, and you know, and it's very rare to have a trilogy where all 3 movies were good. So it's very rare. So, but yeah, there's other reasons to watch movies such as that. That's all I'm saying. So, but yeah. I just bought a little toy the other day. It just totally, me and Amber, we were in, man, Bryce, I really wish that you guys would like it's one of those things like, you know, instant transmission, and like, bam, get you here, you know, like, so we were out in Templeton, right, and we were fucking driving out in Paso Robles. We were in an area of Paso, dude, where I totally didn't even feel like we should have been. It's like so many white people. So many white people, Bryce. Like, me and Amber walked in. I could tell you this right now. We went into this bakery, right? The whole front of the place, it was like a market. So, like, one thing was on this side, this stuff was in the middle, and this other stuff was on this side, right? On the left side. And so, we walk in, just the clothes alone, right? And me and Amber just totally stood out compared to everyone else. There was this one black guy, okay, who was I'm not trying to be racist, just comparing, was as dark as you. So, the only black dude, but he was wearing a full-on suit, tie, and he had a fucking laptop right in front of him. And I was like, yeah, that's an exception. And I remember just like looking at everything. Everybody, white. The workers, white. Everybody, Bryce. Me and Amber were probably the only 2 Mexicans in there. So, and like, we walked in there and there was a lot of people. And we went in and like, I kind of got the feeling, like as soon as I asked the woman how much the cream puffs were, because as they had cream puffs, she said that they were $3.49. I said, let me have 2 of those, please. I didn't flinch. I didn't want her to think in any way I didn't have the fucking money. Like, why else would I fucking come in here? You know what I mean? So, and she came over and she said like 31 something for everything, because we had got a few things. And I got my card and I handed it to her. And I remember like, I could kind of see it, you know? But she was still playing like, okay, yeah, they're paying for it. And, you know, she gave me the receipt and we walked out. But I did kind of get this feeling of like, you know, like really? You know what I mean? So I didn't trip though. So I wasn't tripping though. Like I just got in, we came in, I said, what you want, baby? Da 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 da. Like I ran it. Like I ain't letting any of these motherfuckers try to crowd me or move me around. Fuck that, dude. I was there and I'm like, let me get that right there, that right there. I could see these people looking all around me, like I could see them looking over my shoulders. And finally, when I got what I got, I walked over to the side and the people walked in. And I was just like, I just don't want these people thinking that they could fucking push me aside. Like, that was just, but I did get that sense of like, because there was no prices. No prices. It was just what the name of the product was. So, and
they do that when that shit's expensive and they don't want you to
so,
just look at it and walk away.
Yeah, and be like, oh shit, fucking $4 for that little bitch? Yeah, no, see, like shit like that. So, but yeah, so I mean, it was cool though. Like for the pieces that we got and for what they did for it was decent prices. Okay, obviously taking into consideration where we're in right now, you know, fucking resources, da 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 da, and all that. So, but we walked out and everything was cool. But totally didn't belong there, homie. Like there was one Mexican dude, and he was working in the restaurant next to it.
It's a vibe.
Oh, absolutely, it's an absolute vibe. Yes.
It's a vibe.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I did. I did. I mean, I didn't. I told you, while I was standing there trying to choose things, there was people looking over my shoulder. And it's like they were trying to push me over. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I asked for my stuff, and I looked over at Amber, and I said, you want this? You want that? And I could see these people looking at me, all white. And I'm trying to make it racist, but I'm just pointing that out. And then they all just, and finally when she was like done, and I said, is that it? Is that all you want? She was like, yeah, that's it. And I said, okay. And I took my 2 steps to the side, and they walked in. So I just didn't, like, but I could feel it. Like when I walked in, I can see some of the workers looking at us because of what we were wearing. And because I walked in with my hat, you know, and my hat usually pretty much signifies like I'm not that kind of person that would be in there, at least in this area. So in the area that it would, you know, it's just a social structure, man. It's how it is around here. So the general is, you know, how do we say it, Bryce? I had Dave Chappelle said it best. Fucking racism is mwah, fucking perfect. You know what I mean? It's out in the open. It's everyone knows their place. You know, it's like, it's weird, man, how it does come out in a way. And like a lot of the times you'll be cool. Everything's fine. Everything's good. But sometimes when you walk into a place that's predominantly meant for people that have, let's say, a little bit more money than above, you know, medium class, you know, middle class, which is not really there. You know, it's kind of like blurred a little bit now. So like it's literally getting to the point where it's like you have money or you don't have money. Like it's getting close to that point where like middle class is almost non-existent. So it's like starting to blur the lines of going into poor. So but yeah, man, like just what we wear. Yeah, for sure. And those are the cool so or the crazy ones a lot of the times, you know. So yeah, no, that's for sure, dude. Like there's this one dude, man, that I watched. His name is was it Theo Vaughn or something like that? He's a cool dude, man. He said these black dudes used to fuck with him all the time. And he lived in a trailer park right next to like this ghetto. And he'd try and walk to school and they'd always fuck with him and tell him shit. It's like, cause of you people, da 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 da. And he's like, homie, I live right there. What do you think I've done to you? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and so he had a lot of black friends, you know, Mexican friends growing up as a kid, you know, where he lived. And I was like, that's awesome, man. So he definitely understood, you know, what life was like growing up. So, you know, in a neighborhood where it's just like, it sucks, man. And people just look at you as the white man and that's it. You fuck the white man. It just doesn't work that way all the time, man. That's why, like, when I find shit on, like, YouTube, I want to send it to my siblings so badly. But then I can't, because then it starts fights. I can't do that. So... I mean...
Again, what TV?
Even
you think
like,
he was fucking... I wasn't
like,
allowed to watch it. I had a...
Even like, for instance, like during high school, right? When Ami would come over to our places, like mine or like another ex-friend of ours, that was never really the thing. You know, it wasn't the first instinct to like, hey, let's watch some fucking movies. Nah, it was more about like, let's have fun, let's hang out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But movies wasn't really the first initial thing. It was usually games. You know, back in the day, back in high school, and then what anime started getting into it, and yeah, like even movies too. Like, there's still quite a few. uh-huh. Uh,
It's weak against shock.
what was the first time you actually touched like a game console, Omni? Like, how old were you? Do you remember? Do you remember which one?
Outpost. I need to take out the leader.
For an Atari.
Looks like one of Regala's
Oh, okay.
outposts.
So,
Should be able to
My uncle.
I see. Yeah. See, I've only heard stories from what Ami's told me, you know, with how his childhood was with his father. So I can understand some of the things that he says. Like you, it's a surprise. Me, it's like, yeah. Like, yeah, I can see that. So, but, yeah, man, sometimes I'll fucking show him shit or talk to him about stuff, and he would get like, what's that? And, you know, this was back in the day, you know, but, yeah, it was very different, man. So, but, yeah, man, Back to the Future. Need to watch it. I have all the movies. I mean, you've watched the newer ones, right? That's the ones that you've watched?
The prequel, not the latest three.
All of our enemies will be destroyed. Blood will run through the West.
That part's fine. It's just him as a little boy. I've never been a fan of children in movies or television. Oh, that's the coolest thing of all time. That's 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 about the coolest thing ever. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Now, even the fighting at the end when the doors open and he fucking standing there in front of him and he takes off his cloak, like, dude, it was on at that point. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was fucking nuts, dude.
It really does.
By the looks of that armor, that soldier's the
Yeah,
one in charge.
there are moments in the first movie that could be like, God, you know, like that sucked or whatever, but overall, the movie's a good movie.
I
So,
did not need this today.
have you guys ever heard the theory about Jar Jar Binks? I'm sure you have. I'm not sure about Omni. Have you heard about it? Omni?
I don't. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So the theory is that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. Not just any Sith Lord, but he was supposed to be like the Emperor's like teacher before he died. Apparently he was like reincarnated, right? Isn't that the theory into Jar Jar? So that's him now. Oh, okay. So yeah, he's Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. So that's the theory.
Key. I wonder if this key will open that chest.
See you.
Mm-hmm. And that's supposed to be Jar Jar. Yeah.
I have heard that.
Yeah. So then.
shock ammo could help.
So yeah, that's theory on that.
I'll have to figure out what to do with them later. Without a leader, the rebels should abandon this place. But I could always deal with them now. Either way, I'm done here.
So there's compilation videos basically putting this out there, you know, like there's particular moments where it seems like he did things where it seems like it looks like an accident, but he's doing it on purpose so he can keep this cover. So, you know, like this idiot or, you know, this situation. So,
yeah, like a Magoo.
Yes,
but really
exactly.
He's the shit. Yeah.
So if there's like I said, there's compilation videos on it, but you'll see it. Like when they point it out and it shows like these little scenes, and it's like, it just makes you rethink it. I think there's even like a moment right where he moves his hand like slightly when he says something to somebody, and like, yeah, it's this Jedi mind trick. Like, why would he move his hand when he said that? Like something along those lines. I forgot what scene it was or what happened, but it was something like that. Like, why would he move his hand when he said that? So, and like they say that's how strong he was. So, and I was just like, wow, like no one noticed. So,
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, maybe. As interesting as it is in theory, I don't know if I would have liked it in practice. Like, he was cool. I genuinely liked his character.
Jar Jar.
Yeah, and so which makes no sense to me. That makes no. I mean, maybe I'll have to watch it to see for myself. But how a machine that just beep bops and rolls around is the comedic relief? Oh, you're talking about the big metal fucker, right? Okay, yeah. He does complain in a funny, humorous way at times. So I guess I can.
To kill her. By Festus.
Thanks, Mr. Observant. Yeah. Nah.
Shit.
Set up some of the options on my shit. So what's held you back from watching the original 3? Or you just haven't had a reason to?
I tried once and fell asleep. Fuck!
Is that like nighttime, get off work kind of thing, or?
No.
I watch you, man. You make a thing of it.
The special effects take me out of it as well. But yeah.
Try and stand the test of time. You gotta more pay attention to the story than really anything else at that point. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'll keep me on my feet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're tough. Especially with the remasters, make them even more evident at times. Sometimes it's like, okay, that's pretty cool, or that doesn't look so bad, and other times it's like, whoa, this level of HD-ness makes this even worse. Yeah.
I'll grab this now.
Which one? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I do. I could try again. I mean, I'm not against the idea. Um, but just not necessarily something I'm dying to do. But one day I might. It's not that serious. No, I give it 10 years before all this AI stuff is good enough to where they can just AI recreate that movie and it looks nice. Just slap the fucking voices on it and boom.
Have you guys thought about going on that? Yeah, I thought about it.
No.
Honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My first thoughts if I really thought about going into, I wouldn't do it with this phone, but with my phone. But I was thinking about going into it and try to be positive with the AI. So basically, not just positivity with the AI, but positivity with humanity. So putting words or sentences somewhere along like pictures of people and or humanity or humans and artificial intelligence working together, so in harmony, and see what happens. And if it doesn't come up with any pictures, chill the hell out, guy. So just see where that goes. So that's all I'm saying. So I feel like if you were to have, like right now, with everything that's happening, like a lot of actually trying to understand what to do with it. I mean, obviously on the scientists, whatever they're into it, they're implementing it. But like in society, like you don't have enough people that are just trying to be good, and that's the fucking truth, dude. Let me lay in on something. I probably have never. I don't think I've ever told this to you guys ever. So you have this store that opened in Hanford. It's like a 40-minute drive. Usually, me and my lady head out there every week. And the reason we used to go out to Hanford is for groceries. There's more options out there, places to go, you know, things like that. So there's this cookie place. It's called Crumble, right? And hoping you guys kind of feel what I mean when I come with this. So I go in there, and you can go to these little monitors that they have off to the side, and you could just order your cookies instead of like, so, and that's what it is. It's a cookie place. So you go off to the side, you order your cookies, and then you can add a note, right? Now initially, the note is meant for the customer, right? So it's like, say you're buying it as a gift for somebody. It's like Bryce, for instance. Remember I told you about that New York cheesecake cookie that, you know, and I thought about getting it, so I was gonna get it, you know. And if I wanted to have something nice, I can be like to my homie Bryce, you know, here you go, you know what I mean? And then it would say a sticker on it, and when you open it, you would see the sticker, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, you could be total dick, you know, you could be just friendly with it, whatever, man, you know, but you could put down a message. Me, when I go in, and I've been doing this since the stores opened. So me and Amber came in maybe like the first time like 2 or 3 weeks after they opened. So like a month after they opened. I go and I put in to the employees of Crumble. And then I put dash. Have a great day. Keep your head high. God bless. I've been doing this once a week, every week since then. I talked to the manager this last week. I put in my thing, and I walked up, and he gave me my cookies, and he was like, "Hey, are you you're the guy who keeps putting all the messages, right? About like, you know, God bless and stay awesome and things like that." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I just want to let you know, a lot of the people actually look forward to that." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yes." And he goes, "You have like, there's at least 3 or 4 employees here that like really appreciate that. Like sometimes they really feel like their work's not appreciated." And I was like, that's awesome. I'm glad I can spread some type of positivity. And he was like, "That's what we need. We need more positivity in this world." I said, "Absolutely." I said, "We're in a bad place right now, and we need to be better to each other." And he told me, he mentioned this dude, and this is where I'm getting to. There's this dude who lives in Hanford. His name is Tyree, right? Or Tyreek or Tyree, something like that. Basically, he's somewhat mentally handicapped. I think he's autistic. So he's been doing this for years, dude. Years, like at least for the past decade, okay? I would see him every once in a while, and he would just come up to everyone, dude. "God bless you. God bless you." And he would shake people's hands. "God bless you. God bless you. Have a great day. God bless you." And that's it. That's all he would do. And I'm like, that's awesome. It's a perfect example of how we should be. And it brings tears to my eyes because we're nowhere near that. And he knows that, I'm sure. So, it's crazy, man. And he, like 2-3 years ago, before COVID hit, he graduated from college. So from the College of the Sequoias, which is a community college out in Hanford. And yeah, man, graduated with I think it was like a major in like English or something like that. So, yeah, but yeah, man, graduated, and I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Apparently, it got even crazier. We walked over to the GameStop, and I had mentioned him to the people there because I was talking to the manager. A woman there told me that apparently some guy who was a tall black man was attacked by several people out in the middle of like not in the middle of nowhere, but like, you know, someone beat him up and there was no one around. Like there wasn't a whole lot of houses or anything. It was like a business area. And apparently during this time, Tyree had gone away on vacation with his family. And everyone thought someone fucked him up. And everyone was super fucking pissed. And apparently she said that she heard from her friends and other people that there were people going around trying to find these assholes who fucked him up. And then like 2 or 3 days later, he came back. And he was what people saw that he was walking around. And everyone found out that it wasn't him. So I was like, that's how much of an impact he's had in Hanford. So it's fucking crazy, man. Like whenever I see him, dude. God bless you, Tyreek. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very different, man. It's just, yeah. He was nobody. He was just a civilian trying to spread happiness. So luckily it wasn't him, but it sucked whoever it happened to, obviously. So, but no. No, when they told me that, I was like, what? No shit. Yeah, I definitely felt a way about it too. Yeah, absolutely. That's why, like I said, it gets to me, dude. It really does, because people like that don't deserve anything bad, like at all. Like I just want nothing but good things for that guy. It's so crazy, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, man. It really is. Oh, dude. Yeah, the first time when me and Amber were doing taxes, I think it was like 3 years ago, right? I thought we made a bit. We ended up getting like almost $2,000 each, right? Her fucking brother, who has worked maybe no more than a year his entire life, tells us that he's getting 15,000. What the fuck? Come to find out, he knew a guy who knew a loophole in the system. He was able to get him $15,000. What did he do with that $15,000? Blew it all on drugs and fucking bitches and cars. Dude, if I could, that 15 grand would have changed like my life a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's so crazy, dude. Yeah, I know. You just know how to use the system, man, and it fucking sucks. So, ugh. And the ones who try to play straight get kicked in the balls all the time. Like my situation. Oh, well, I mean, like, with everything that I'm reading recently, it's just like, I'm just wondering when it's gonna go down. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly feel, yeah, kinda, but I'm also waiting, like, I'm kind of wondering who's gonna take the first shot. Because it definitely feels like there's huge stresses going on with different countries right now. That's what I'm just like. I'm just wondering who's gonna take the first shot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looking up for that?
Sudan as well. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. I just kind of feel like there's gonna be a day where all the countries are gonna be like, I think it's the U.S.'s fault. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fuck America, dude. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like is gonna happen, man.
That's so silly. I was just thinking the same thing. Like you owe the gods in the sky $2.1 trillion. Like fuck them. Fuck. Yeah, it's quite silly. Yeah, we didn't get it right. No one else before us got it right. And maybe and it definitely feels like we're on the downturn. You never know. Yeah.
That's why we all need to help each other. I'm gonna say it again. Hemp. Over and over again. Hemp. Hemp. That's what's gonna save us.
Fire's not gonna help here.
Especially such a small group.
For the next fight.
Not. Yeah. It is unfortunate. Mm. I'd be upset. I'd be upset. Yeah, no. That's fair. It's fair, but I'd be upset. All of the major nations do. Besides, it's kind of silly. It seems like the people who are seemingly doing it the best, who get rated highest on happiness indexes and wellness indexes and, you know, citizen satisfaction, fucking the Nordic countries.
I could use shock ammo.
And
I can override bristlebacks now. And ride them.
Shit. I wasn't asked anything. I'd tell you that fucking much. I didn't get no calls. I didn't get no emails asking me nothing about anything. So I don't know where the fuck they're getting these surveys at.
Pain subsiding. for later.
Money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that link that I sent you?
When maybe I don't.
I sent it to you like an hour ago. It was a
I
text
haven't looked
message.
at my phone.
So I was thinking about doing this, and I wanted to know if you wanted to join me in this or not. So apparently there's a, I don't know if you've heard about it. I would assume that it's a worldwide thing, but apparently there's some type of, it might have been here just in the States maybe, but some type of civil action lawsuit. So it's like against Facebook, and apparently there was like a lot of people that had their data, personal information, like even credit cards and shit like that, that was given to third parties against their permission. So Facebook is being sued by a group of lawyers, and apparently it's legit. It's something that's been going on the news for the past couple months or so. And all you gotta do is go in and you fill out, you submit your information towards it, and you can, basically it says you get money from it. So it says the lawsuit is like something like $700 and like $50 million or something like that. So
I'll put these in my pack.
And I know there was some kind of clash action.
that's what it was, class action. So, but yeah, so I was thinking about checking it out. It
It never
says
hurts to put your name on it. If it works
yeah,
out, you get some money. If not, oh well.
The ruin looks a little more intact than some of the others out here. I wonder if I can find anything interesting inside.
Yeah.
There's some kind of relic in there. But how to reach it?
Oh,
There's a lot of water in here. Guess Moreland's ruins aren't the only ones flooded.
The Nintendo people tried doing that with Nintendo. I don't think they won, but I'd have to double check. I think has been adjudicated already. No, I get you. I don't know the details of the case. I just know that case
That could come
happened.
in handy.
And so, with Nintendo, because the Switch controllers do the same thing. And, again, I don't remember the specifics of the outcome or the arguments made one way or another. But if there's a reason why that isn't continuing, it's because it maybe didn't go well.
Looks like there's a drain beyond that grate in the wall.
No, I agree. You're not wrong about the controller being a problem. The longevity of it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But that's a problem in high-end technology all over the place. And I don't know if there is legal ramifications. Like, can you force a company to make a durable product? I don't think you can. You maybe can get them if there's like internal memos saying we're going to intentionally make this shittier to make more money, more ha 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 in an email. But for sure, yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. Just well, yeah, unless you had that kind of clear evidence that they were clearly doing it on purpose, there was a better way, and they're specifically not doing it for the purpose of money, and, you know, they're not fixing it, blah, blah, blah. Like, the burden of proof would be quite high, I would imagine. But,
Door's locked. Looks
I
like it
don't
needs
know.
a key module.
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong, though. I have to replace my controller for that very reason. One of mine. And then there's $75 for the colored ones, and that's pretty rough. hmm Yeah, no, I can't play certain games with my controller that has the drift. I just can't. And so, I definitely feel you. I think the first company to, like, really, because they all of them have it. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, they all have that problem. But the first people to acknowledge it and fix it, they're gonna get a lot of love from the community. They should just fix it, for sure. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, the DualSense Edge, this $200 one. Yeah, you can replace the part that makes the drift
Water's
happen.
pouring out of that busted
And
pipe. Water's flowing towards the drain in the wall. Water's flowing towards the drain in the wall. Whoa. Water's rising fast.
So what do you say, Bryce? Omni? We're gonna fucking get down on some Star Wars at some point? Or maybe some Back to the Future?
Key module.
I mean, there's a long list of movies that I haven't seen that I would like to see before those, but I'm not. I go to an hour and a half long. I'm not, the most against it. I don't have a. It's not super bad or fucking, any of that nonsense. It's not like I have a. No, I will not watch this movie.
It's so funny how you like blew Neuron's mind with that. You just like totally caught him off guard with it.
I get it.
He was a what's that word? He was a gasp. It's really. Yeah, I think there's a lot of movies that are kind of like common knowledge movies. Like a lot of people figure like, oh, everyone's fucking seen it. And have you seen Terminator 2, Omni?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, of course, but I guess it's not, of course. But to me, that movie is an of course. But it's not like that wasn't my choice. My dad was into that, so it's what was on. Fuck. So like old '90s action movies, yes, but Star Wars is not a '90s action movie, and so neither is Back to the Future.
It's true. I just got done watching Better Call Saul. So the final season. It's pretty good. Slightly disappointed, but overall, it was pretty good.
Oh, what is here? But I mean, the fact that I've seen Terminator, what have things you have kept from having seen Terminator? The theme song, and the hand shotgun, the spinny one that he uses in the second movie. Like, the rest of it, the action scenes, they're cool, the story's good, like, this Terminator as a franchise, okay, you have access to all that, and you don't watch those movies, you don't have access to all that, but I have access to Star Wars. And there's no franchise for, like, Back to the Future. There's nothing, I mean, it's like, I will never watch this. But the things you keep are what would make me be like, oh, you gotta watch this. Because I took something that I still carry with me to this day. And I don't know what, I mean, I'm sure there's things for like your Back to the Futures and your whatnot. Oh, here we go. I think this is the way. Do you know the way? What the hell was I saying? I can't make this jump.
Are you talking about like things that you learn from watching the movies and things like that? Like, you know, if you're put in a situation, like for the main thing that you learn from Back to the Future is don't fucking deal with bullies. Like, do something about him. You know what I mean? Do something. That's one of the main acts. No, I mean, I'm just saying that that's one thing, you know, in one of the movies. If that's what you're talking about. You know, things that you learned, or is that what you're talking about?
It's all of it. It doesn't just necessarily have to be a moral lesson. It could be the theme song. It could be like if I had no sense of Star Wars music, that would be a reason to be like, no, you have to immerse yourself into this franchise. If you would have told me you have to watch the prequels because there's this moment near the end of the game, near the end of the movie, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in cinema, which is, you know, the Darth Maul shit, I'd be like, okay. And there's like, I took this away and I'm so excited about this. I would like you to experience this thing that I took a lot from. And it has to be able to hold up too, because not all those moments, some of them are time specific. Like a lot of 80s movies have 80s nostalgia in them, or just 80s vibes. Naturally so.
The wing's holding up?
Yeah, we're already past the time.
Yeah. We got segues.
Flying cars and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how many sci-fi stuff, TV, movies, anime, whatever, from the 80s and 90s took place in this decade. 2020X,
Mm-hmm.
2020, 2030X. Such a different fucking world.
Yeah, man.
I fucking wish, how I wish we were living on space stations. I do. No, well, not maybe not a belter because they live in no atmospheres. We have to do something about how they're treated, how they're treated pretty poorly. But low key.
I think there's a lot. I think there. I think there's definitely things that you can take from those movies. Obviously. So
Yeah,
it's just
I'm sure there are.
yeah.
I'm sure there are. I'm not saying
Yeah.
there's nothing of value. Um, yeah, no, I have no idea what Luke's story is. That's why the second of the new 3 ones did not hit for me. It was one of the reasons why it didn't hit for me. I don't need to see any of that. He's already one of the coolest characters of all time. Like, he fought Count Dooku. That Count Dooku fight, Reynolds. Like that was it. Like that's all I needed to see. I'm like, oh, he's this hard? Okay, got it. Right, and right. They didn't have the technology to pull it off. That would have looked so stupid.
Yeah, no, the original 3, it wasn't like that. Yeah. He had been in exile for years at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. It had been so long. It had been so long.
How old was Luke by the first movie? Wasn't he still like a teenager?
Good gliding.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. about this?
Mm-hmm.
Possible. What about the ones that claim that they've seen dragons fly? Yeah, but the way that they explained them, like long, slithering, snake-like creatures. What about those?
Okay, crates. I wonder if they can float. I'm getting somewhere. Here we are. Another one of these relics. Better keep it safe. I'll figure out what to do with it later. Okay, 2 crates. What to do with them?
No.
It would be interesting if we could, but yeah, I would guess not.
My focus is detecting some kind of locator beacon. An officer and crew. They don't look too good. I should see if they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your step, visitor. Voiceless bells cover up.
I will not allow myself to
Up to strike later?
try again.
We stalk, we strike, in the hunt, and... in business.
You looking to strengthen your hunting skills, Outlander? Just when things were beginning to feel dull around here, you arrive, Hunter.
Right.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
Yeah.
You should know the rebels have been busy. They've set up outposts to the west. Some settled into a camp southwest of here. And I know the marshals can't deal with all of them, so I'd stay alert out there if I were you.
Thanks for the warning. Getting rid of those
I've got
outposts
nothing
might
to
stop the
report.
rebels from killing more of their own.
Keep your eyes
Maybe
open
I can
out
lend the
there,
marshals a
soldier.
hand.
Mm-hmm. I agree. The what in Turkey? No.
Just need some time to get back on her feet.
But it's our best guess.